Lubba dub dub.
That was the wrong end. What the fuck happened there?
Trash.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know what happened.
Now we need to do our restart.
The old school intro. Do you suck dicks?
That's literally do you suck dicks?
All right. Let's do this again. I fucked up. My bad. What's up, D fam? Welcome back to the greatest bi-city podcast in the world, the Weekly D Podcast, coming to you from Houston, Texas, and Louisville, Kentucky. I'm your host, Danny G. Here's my incredible co-host. He's back, the great Kyle Austin.
What's up?
And today we got a very special guest, Houston rapper, singer, songwriter. We met him at Dojapalooza. He had one of the most energetic performances of the day. Please let me welcome to you, Ayluhkey. Did I say that?
Ayluhkey, but
Ayluhkey. I don't know why I keep my brain I can hear it Ayluhkey a million times and it's still corrected to Ayluhkey. My bad, man.
Ayluhkey here, boy.
There you go. I think you nailed it there.
No, I think I got it.
I think you got it.
What's going on, man? It's good to see you, Key. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for jumping on the cast with us. Actually, we can kind of go ahead and start just kind of if you'd like, just kind of from the beginning, man. So Ayluhkey, that's actually a pretty unique name. You want to tell us where that came from originally?
Yeah. So my childhood name is Mikey. So people would always call me Key for short. I don't know. It was like a nickname of a nickname. So I just, one day I was with my cousin. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to, I was playing around with names. One day it was just Key, but then someone had already taken that, So he was like, fuck it, man. Make your name a phrase. Say, hey, Ayluhkey. Hey, it's a greeting. Hey, Ayluhkey. You know what I'm saying? So every time you say my name, you greeted me. So hello, because I bring happiness. It's a happy greeting.
Hey,
for sure.
I really like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I mean,
because I know
all positive vibes, bro. Like from the minute we met you at Dojapalooza, you're one of the most chill people I've ever met. We instantly vibed. Like you guys with our group, it was like an instant connection. It was such a trip. It was such a trip, man.
I agree. We were chopping it up off rip. It was fun.
Honestly, it looked like a lot of fun, and I'm really sad that I missed it. But honestly, it looked like it was a vibe. And yeah, I'm really excited to be kind of in this interview with you guys, just in general, just to kind of chop it up and talk a little bit, kind of just about everything, kind of the music scene in general, in Houston, and kind of just kind of go in depth on kind of where you're going with everything. So you did say kind of off script that you're originally from Virginia, right? So tell me about growing up in that area. Could you also say you kind of got a little bit of your influence from the Baltimore, Maryland area? So kind of just going to give us an idea of what that looks like, because it's funny because we don't often have, artists from states outside of Texas. It doesn't really happen. So this is what you're outside of one guy who we had who was out of Alabama. We have, who was also at Dojapalooza, Lil Mook. He was there a little while ago, but yeah, you'll be the second official person that we have that we're interviewing as an artist that's not from the city.
That's a milestone. There we go.
Yeah,
I mean, Virginia was, it was cool. It was cool because like I said, you get to experience. You down the road from DC, you're down the road from Maryland, so you get to experience a little bit of everything. Nightlife, we really would always just travel to DC because, come on now, that's a major city right there. Yeah. But growing up wise, to be honest, it was straight. My life wasn't hard or nothing like that. If anything, Northern Virginia is, if you don't know this, is a very wealthy area. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I just grew up in the lower end of the wealthy area. So, I mean, still good, you know, but I never really got into music till I met my man's Jay, your best friend too. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know if you want to dip into that now, but yeah, that shit is.
Well, yeah, for sure. Like, so tell me. So you ended up kind of moving. So you ended up moving from this area, and you ended up kind of moving towards Texas, and like you know, I know Jamakai had been doing it literally since like as long as I know, because that was Cameron's like my little brother. Like that was his boy. Like they were with each other every single day. I was constantly there, like in the background as the big brother, always messing with both of them. You know, but I always thought, you know, Jamakai had like a lot of talent just in general. And like you can see it in a lot of his influence now because a lot of his friends also, you know, were very talented. And, you know, like what ended up bringing you like, and how did you guys end up meeting like in high school? Like what ended up kind of piquing your interest when it came to music?
Well, actually, so my first friend in high school was his very close friend. And we clicked it off. And when I saw Jamaica, I mean, we chopped it up here and there, but we weren't really friends or anything. But what really brought me like to wanting to like be his friend was one day I was just walking the halls and then you just see this dude fucking handing out CDs of his music left and right. I'm like, damn, man, he's really determined. People, you know, you got some people just taking it and throwing it away, but you know, he sees it, but he don't give a fuck. He still he'll take that bitch right up, pick it right up, hand it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I fuck with that. So then I started talking to him. You know, we started getting a little closer. I'll go over his house a lot. And he would always be making music, you know. But I wouldn't do anything. I would just sit back and just, you know, just watch. Because that was entertaining enough to me. Because I thought that shit was dope, you know.
Yeah.
And then one day he was like, dude, I'm just tired of you just sitting there, you know. And I think I talked to you about this before. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, bro, you're going to have to do something because you're just sitting there doing nothing. You're not productive. You're going to get up here and make something. I don't care if it's the worst thing in the world. And I was like, all right, fuck it. You know, he put me up there. He put auto-tune on. And I did like a little test run. And I was like, holy shit. I was stunned. My face, I was like, that's me? And he was like, that's you. And then ever since then, bro, I just took off with this shit, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. That's awesome. Yeah.
And where, if any, do you pull inspiration to make music? Like we know you kind of grew up watching Jamakai and that's how you got into it. But like, what inspires you now that you've been doing it for a minute?
Well, to be honest, bro, like sometimes I feel like alone. So, and music to me is therapy. You know what I'm saying? So I just speak my fucking feelings on what's going on into the mic. And that's how I do it. If it's hard, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, it's not. It's, at the end of the day, I still feel good about it because I let it off my chest. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So that's how I treat it. And I love it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what keeps me going. Like I just speak to my heart and people, you know, people fuck with it. You know, people can relate to it. So that's what I keep going. That's why. That's really all me, man.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
It's really important at the end of the day, too, just because if you don't have like a passion, you know, in the sense that like you have it because you have this passion to kind of keep yourself going, makes you happy. You get to get all those emotions, all those feelings out just in general, kind of just out there. And if people don't like it or they're not receptive to it, fuck it. It's not for them. It's for you to just really put your stuff out there. And if you like what you're doing, not to mention other people also like what you're doing. And so it starts to kind of build from there. And like, I don't know. I think that's super cool because that's really like, some people don't realize it, right? Because there are a lot of people who are making music for other people at the end of the day. You see it all the time. Like you see like a lot of like these industry plants and people that pop in because they're making music like a business for other people. And there is a business aspect to it, right? And there always will be. Because you're working with record labels, you're working, and even as an independent artist, you're really working with a lot of background stuff to ensure that you're actually making sales at the end of the day. But at the same time, like you have to have a passion for it, and you also like need to know like you're making music for you, and it's something that you can look back and listen to and be like, okay, like if you can't listen to your own shit, like what are you doing?
If you're, I don't know, to you know, music is art, right? You can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
If you know. if you're treating art like a 9 to 5, then that, your creativity is gonna be shot, bro. Not good. Your product's not gonna be good. If you want your best product, you gotta let your guards down. You just gotta have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So like you were saying, bro, like when you're making music for other people and you're trying to like, oh, this is for them, I gotta make something that they'll like, you turn that shit into a job, bro. You're not enjoying that shit at the end of the day. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's gotta be fun, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
That's the only way you can let yourself be vulnerable too, is like you enjoy it. Like you said, it's therapy for you. That's like podcasting to us, it's a little bit of therapy for us. We get to blow off some steam. We get to make new friends. Like that's the part we enjoy, right? Is making new friends, meeting y'all like on the up and up. Like we're seeing artists. We're seeing artists right before they break through and do the huge thing, which is probably one of the funniest things ever. Like just watching y'all grow and like progress. Or like when you're just starting out and we get you on and we're talking to you, and then we slowly see your music just build. It blows up, right? Like that's our passion when it comes to podcasting. Kyle loves fucking horror and cryptids and all that shit. So he has a whole nother podcast where he does that. I like comedy. I like talking shit to people. I have another podcast I'm working on where I just rant for a couple minutes a day.
I also do art too. So like when you said like art is subjective, like I do NFT art and stuff like that on the side. So like that's my bag.
That shit's hard, bro. That's you.
I appreciate it. Yeah. But like like you said, art is music and art are they go hand in hand, and the one thing is really important to an artist is subjectivity and realizing that like not everybody's gonna like your shit. Not everyone's gonna like what you do. Not everyone's gonna vibe with what you're bringing to the table. But as long as like you like what you're doing and you get a sense of passion and you get a sense of like push from it, that's great. And if people like it, at the end of the day, on top of that, it's even better. It feels so good, bro. It feels so good. Like so, I totally see where you're coming from because like you said, like at the end of the day, like you gotta have fun with this whole thing. And going into it, like what's your favorite part of like creating when it comes to music in general? Like, do you have a favorite like piece of the puzzle, or do you kind of like just little aspects of it?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. My favorite part about creating music. I'd say I make music in an unorthodox way. So sometimes I would start with a verse instead of a hook. You know what I'm saying? And then and then just starting that way and then just putting the pieces together. You know what I'm saying? Just because how I start music, I never think it's gonna end up how it ends up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just putting the pieces together and taking a step back, and then at the end just pressing play to listen. It's just, I don't know. That right there is the most beautiful part. Saying like, "Damn, I did this." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm really liking what you're saying, just generally speaking, because like I said, I didn't get a chance to talk to you because I was in Kentucky still. Well, yeah. And honestly, I'm really vibing what you have to say because I mean, you obviously come off very intelligent, like you know what you're talking about, and I don't know, like I it's pretty cool to see, and like I've listened to some of your music and I like it, I vibe with it, it's pretty cool, like but I have noticed too when I'm looking at it, like. A lot of your music is like it seems more expressive. It's in the sense of like, oh, this is just like something for me that's kind of fun to do. Like, have you ever thought like just adding like this sense of lyricism added into your like the additional intelligence that you have? Because like I said, you're smart as fuck, and I want to like hear you say like speak some shit too. Like, so you have that too. Or
I see. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. A lot of people. Said the same thing. I guess this goes back to like who I really fuck with as an artist before. I used to listen to like I grew up on like Thug, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying, like all the YSL camp, you know what I'm saying? So they make music, they don't make like music for you to think,
right?
They make music for you to feel, and I like that. For me personally, when I listen to music, I don't like to think, I like to just let loose and just, go with it. You feel me? Not saying that lyricism is not good, you know what I'm saying? Because it's great. That's a fucking great skill to have.
I'm actually really liking your answer. Just to put it out there. So because I was gonna add to it just in general, because like this is an important aspect of just kind of what, you know, for other artists that are listening to it, is I could bring up the lyricism aspect and in general. And it's not a critique. I wanted to kind of test it just a little bit because I wanted to see, because what you brought to the table was an excellent conversation back, because you can take the criticism. You can kind of just like throw it out there and throw it back. Like you said, the music you're making for you at the end of the day. And I really fuck with that just in general, because like, I don't know, it just seems really true, really genuine. And I like that shit a lot. Yeah. I like that. And like you said, expression in music is like important. And if you're trying to express yourself through lyricism and it's not the way that you like to express yourself, it's not gonna come out as a good product. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And to add on to that, like I'm a very like how I learned. You know, I'm not a textbook learner. I can't sit here and read a book and learn it. No, I got to do it. You know, I'm a type of person to get things done, you know, physically in order to me to learn. You know what I'm saying? So take that into account to making music and how I listen to music. You know what I'm saying? I just like to feel rather than, you know, work. Because, you know, we all work during the day. We all get our money somehow. And we're always working. Yeah. For me, listening to music is to take a break from my brain. For me. And to just feel. You know what I'm saying? Just feel the vibe, feel the emotion. So that's how I make music. That's why I don't want to step on no one's toes saying lyricism bad, because it's not. That shit is fantastic. If you could do it, kudos to you. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
But that was a great answer.
I like that answer, dude, because like Kyle said, and we'll reiterate, and you said you're making music for yourself. And if that's the kind of music you like, I mean, why not make the music you like? Yeah. Like that's fucking dope.
Yes, sir.
With that being said, have you thought about like dabbling in the production engineering side of your music?
Absolutely, man. I'm glad you asked me that, bro. I actually, you know, it's all my fault, but I be bugging John McKay because that dude is a freaking wizard.
He really is, though.
Bro, he is so crazy with it behind the scenes, man. I swear to God, bro, because, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but, like, if not, all my songs is mixed and mastered by John McKay. Like, he is always on the vocal production side. You know what I'm saying? And the engineering side. So, bro, he's a master. And beats-wise, bro, he's crazy with it, bro. So I'm always bugging him, like, yo, teach me. He's just like, yo, tell me a day. But I've been lacking, bro.
You would just go over there and just like watch over his shoulder the whole time, like, what you doing?
Yeah, right. Well, exactly. Well, you know,
you'll get your time.
I'm in Florida, so so I gotta do this virtually shit for now. But yeah.
So where in Florida are you at now currently?
I'm in Tampa.
Oh, in Tampa. Okay. Nice. It's like, is it considered Central Florida? Probably a little off. It's like Central Southern. It's like right there, right?
Yeah. West.
Okay. West Florida.
Central West. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. I heard a lot of good things about Tampa. I was just curious.
I don't know. It's beautiful. That's all I know.
I've heard it's gorgeous. So you're close to the beach then, for sure.
Oh, a lot of beaches.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's super awesome.
You see any crazy Florida people yet?
Every day, man. Every day. Just like a jungle out here.
Well, I can imagine. Well, especially if you go down south, because like Southern Florida is wild.
Yeah, dude. So last year I took a trip to Florida. We spent a week down there. It was to me, it was the funnest adventure ever, because it has three of my favorite things: crazy people, drugs, and nature. That's all I need to be happy.
Nature's neat.
Yeah, it definitely has others for sure.
We did a little bit of mushrooms, and we went paddleboarding down one of those like crystal clear rivers. That was one of the wildest fucking adventures ever.
Alligators, bro.
Oh yeah. We got lucky. We didn't see any. I mean, that was
all in those little crystal clear spots.
You gotta be careful, bro. Them joints will really come out, bro.
Yeah,
and they're big too.
Alligator comes out. I'm gonna turn them into some alligator, some boots,
and they're fast. You don't think they're not? They're fast, bro.
Yeah. Fuck. We have some. Back home where I grew up in Rosenberg, Richmond, over in Houston, that area, kind of outskirts. And Bradspin State Park's not far from there. And like that's a ton of alligators there. Like it's literally an alligator sanctuary. Like for days. I don't know how they ended up there, but there's a ton of them. But these motherfuckers are known for just like people not really expecting them to be quick, and then just snatch a dog like that. They snatch a dog.
Well, also people get stupid close to them. I mean, they're literally they'll be on the walkway, so you gotta go around them.
Kind of gotta go around them while they're basking. It's pretty sketchy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I mean, shit's wild.
I one day I ran up on one and like touched it and took off right.
Oh, what? You're bold, bro.
Hell no.
Bold.
Like, no thanks.
You ever
I'm not trying to die.
You ever watch Forrest Gump where Forrest says mama says stupid is what stupid does? I'm that person.
That's you.
I'll tell you what though, those like alligators are scary, but there really is nothing scarier than those monkeys in southern Florida. Like they don't know those pockets of monkeys, man. They all there's a pot. Yeah, there is a small like thing of monkeys that live in two different parts of like the Everglades that you can actually go and see. But you can't get close to them because, for one, they have one tribe of them has a specific type of herpes that can kill you as like a person. Like it's like a deadly disease of herpes.
Like monkey herpes?
Totally a thing. And then the other ones just want to fucking bite you. Like they literally want you to come close so they can fucking beat on you. Like they just you don't want to touch either of the monkeys. Like they're aggressive as shit.
I never heard of that before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so weird. So if you ever get a chance to look it up on Google, it's 100% a thing. I love like invasive species conversations. That's one of my favorite like random things that I like because I like it like because there's iguanas in Florida. There's literally any kind of like invasive species you could think of. They all live in fucking Florida. Like fucking pythons, iguanas, anacondas, fucking monkeys, like everything.
Name it. Insane. Yeah, for real.
And you know what? Southern Floridians will cook them, eat them, all of them.
Like, have you ever had iguana? Iguana's actually really good.
I've heard iguana's delicious.
When I was in Mexico, we hunted iguana and then we like skinned them and threw them in a fryer. It's fucking amazing, dude. I was sketched out. I was sketched out of trying it, but it was delicious.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was like more toward West Florida. I'm sure you just have to worry about like sharks and stuff in the water for the most part. I don't know about iguanas, but Southern Florida is wild.
I don't know. I think gators are the scariest thing there because
I think so too.
Gators are fast at swimming. Like
to be honest, when I go to the beach, I ain't even trying to go all the way out there anyway. So
something will make you past tense real quick.
Have you ever gone to Tortuga Island or something like that? Or it's like an old castle or old fort that's underwater.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's called the Island of Tortuga or something like that. And it's
where's it at?
It's South Florida.
Oh shit! Nah, I ain't know. I mean, Florida's big as shit.
Florida's huge. Yeah,
I just got out here.
Huh?
I was gonna say like where you are too. Like I mean, you're pretty far. That's like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah,
to like Southern Florida. Like it's a drive.
It's a drive.
If you ever get a chance, go check it out. It's really cool.
For sure.
It's really
Let's go running in Miami too while you're down in Southern Florida.
Oh no, that's a must. That's like I think that's like 4 hours from me.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad drive. Plus the water's supposed to be gorgeous there too.
Yeah. Not the only thing over there is supposed to be gorgeous.
And that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah, buddy.
But hell yeah. So you recently moved to Florida. So like were you staying in Houston, I guess, for like a little while and then you just kind of ended up moving back over there?
No, so I went to Houston and then I got homesick and went back to Virginia and was like, why the fuck did I come back? Shit was all in my head. And then I was like, yeah, I want to go somewhere new. It was either I wanted to go somewhere tropical. It was either between like California or Florida, but then I was like, California's too expensive.
Yeah, you made the right call going Florida.
Yeah,
I was born in California, born and raised, and I'll tell you, Florida's way better.
So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm coming down south.
Yeah, buddy.
That was honestly probably best decision you could have made.
Yeah. So we got a listener question on Twitch. It's from Tombstone XOG. He asked, which city/state had the best food in your opinion that you've lived in?
The best food.
That's a great question. Because I was gonna ask. I was like, Baltimore obviously has crab. DC's got Ethiopian food, which the only people that know that are from that area, like, or you've visited, you're like Ethiopian food all day. What is Virginia like? What is Virginia's like go to?
Well, we all kind of bum off of the crab.
I get that though.
Yeah,
Crab's fire.
The crab is fire.
Crab is fire.
I'm a seafood guy. Oh man, but let me tell you, bro. So I couldn't find real Puerto Rican food till I moved down to Florida.
Yes.
And when I tell you, bro, it feels like my grandma's in the kitchen again. You feel me? Like,
that's pretty nice though, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have to give it to Florida, but then I'm a seafood guy, so then back to DMV right after.
Makes sense.
Nice.
I mean, it really does make sense though, because you have so many options. You got the crab, not to mention there's a place in Baltimore that does the fries, and they put the crab on top of the fries, and then just dunk cheese and Old Bay on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. That shit's crack.
I've never had that before.
Yeah.
You have it? Oh man.
So
you're missing out.
Really? What's your favorite Puerto Rican dish?
Ooh, beni. I love me some beni, bro. Pork. Yeah, it's just mashed up pork. Mofongo. Ooh, fire.
Mofongo. I've heard mofongo is awesome. I haven't had it.
The first time I had mofongo was when I went to Florida, and that shit was fire, bro. But the tostones and everything.
Dude, I need to get put on.
I love my tostones for the side, of course. Oh man, the list is endless, man.
Y'all gonna have to put me on if I ever because I've never had Puerto Rican food.
Dude, mofongo is delicious.
Kentucky's known for Cuban food. So there's a ton of Cubans.
Okay, for real.
So not so far off, but they have ropa vieja and stuff like that. But it's Florida. It's Florida Cuban. So you got sandwiches. You have food that they can't get in Cuba, there. And so they're always fire. There's a spot here that I recommend. It's called La Borreguita de Mima, and it is so good, bro. So good. If you ever come to Louisville for any reason. Go and check out anything, just whatever. Let me know. So I'll take you out there. It's fine.
Yeah. We'll exchange information for sure.
Kyle's always trying to sell people in Louisville.
I love Louisville, bro. Jack Harlow's from here, bro.
Oh, that's That's Seattle. Oh no.
No, Kentucky.
What? Kentucky. Oh,
yeah. Okay. He's from Kentucky.
Damn, I said Seattle.
You're on the
far coast,
far west.
Yeah. Okay, shit. I didn't know that. It's like that out there for real.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a big Cuban population, but the food there in general is really cool. It's also where I live. It's bordered between two states, so it's Kentucky, and then you cross the river. It's Indiana, and then so you can cross over the river all the time. We actually take there's a walking bridge that we'll take a tram over, or we'll take the little scooters and we'll go over the bridge and have pizza and stuff like that. And there's all kinds of stuff you can do though, but there's a lot of, there's a pretty good hip hop scene here in Louisville. Like I said, the biggest person we've had there is Jack Harlow, but Bryson Tiller's from there as well. Just as an example, but there's a lot of stuff. The Derby's really fun. You get to go and bet on horses and shit. It's always fun. And then if we really want to get wild, we go to Caesar's Palace across the river. It's fun.
Hey, that sounds like a bad time.
Dude, I've always wanted to go to the Derby. That seems like the greatest day drinking event ever.
So I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Me too. I always wanted to go to that shit. That shit is so fun.
I'm gonna tell y'all about the secret. So if y'all wait a week after the Derby, tickets are $2, and you can go and bet on horses while you're there and drink as much as you fucking want because it's all cheap. It's a little bit cheaper, and it's a great time. There's you can go and sit where all the.
I'm gonna be there for the vibe, dude.
But you can sit where all the millionaires sit though.
All the white women with their fancy ass hats out there.
That's fair.
Getting tipsy as fuck.
Yeah, walking in there,
print, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was really cool. The whole city becomes a really cool, just vibe in general because people come and visit just in general, all kinds of celebrities and stuff. So you never know if you're going to run into a celebrity during that time. Not to mention the full week is dedicated to free concerts and all kinds of events and venues. They do a balloon glow, which is hot air balloons and stuff.
That's dope.
the rest of the time the city's quiet. Think just Midwest in general. Once everything calms down, it gets cold. Cold and snowy is really just kind of what the vibes are here. In the wintertime, but during the spring and summer, it's a lot of fun. Just go do shit here.
Oh shit! All right,
nice. Oh yeah.
Might have to go check y'all out then. Shit.
Let me know.
See, you sold someone else on it, Kyle.
I'll put you on. And now it probably won't beat Florida Cuban food in general, especially if you're going to be in Miami at any time soon. But a lot of them are directly from Miami or directly from Cuba.
Right,
so like
right.
they're like as close to it as possible. So like we're getting like as close to the good shit as we can. Mexican food, trash. It's fucking trash.
I feel it. I feel it.
It's a give and take. Salvadorian food's fire there though too. They got good pupusas and stuff.
Nice.
Fire baleadas.
Well, Peruvian food is fire too. I don't know too much about it, but that shit is fire.
I've only had Peruvian chicken and stuff. We have a couple places called like Yummy Pollo and stuff that do fire Peruvian chicken.
My fiance is half Peruvian, half Bolivian. Boy, they have some amazing food down there, man.
What is it? Like, what else is there outside of chicken? Like, because I'm curious.
Ceviche. They're the creators of ceviche.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah. They got this thing called lomo saltado, which is like steak with fries and like a whole little like a salad thing. It's fucking good, dude.
I know they eat guinea pigs too.
They have weird ass names for their food, but it's really good. It's fire.
I know that guinea pigs too in Peru.
Yeah,
specifically.
I want to go to Peru to try.
That's like a thing.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if that's probably a nah for me.
I'm gonna go out there and be on the field and be like, I want that one.
So it just squeaks at you.
He looks at me the wrong way. I'm like, you're next, motherfucker.
I mean, that's how it is here with like. That's how it is here. Generally, farm food and stuff like that. Just a pig. If you ever been out, like, I mean, you stayed in Cyprus for a little while when it was probably. I mean, it's still country. Nobody can say it's a city, but it's still country as hell. Like, you just go to somebody's house, you pass like 4 horses. Like,
yo, you're not lying, for real.
It really is though.
That's like the Houston area for you though. Like the other day I was in downtown. No bullshit. I made a wrong turn and I ended up going down the street and there was nothing but houses with fucking horses in the yard. And I was like, what the hell is downtown Houston?
Nah, but that is kind of Houston. He's kind of right. Yeah, that shit is just it's just like city then country. City then country.
Yeah. It's like
that's fucking town.
Yeah.
Then there's like a little bit of in between and then that's
Yeah. So I got a question for you. You being of Puerto Rican descent, does that ever influence like the kind of music you want to make? Because I mean, you're big on like salsa and like merengue and.
Or have you never really vibed with it, like in general?
Oh no, I've always thought about it. Yeah, absolutely. I definitely think it impacts my music. Yeah, because I've always wanted to make like a more English trap kind of merengue type deal, reggaeton,
with that influence,
you know what I'm saying? But all English, because I kind of want to I want to merge the worlds together. You know what I'm saying? The two different cultures. I mean, it's already doing it. I mean, you got Travis Scott doing this with the Spanish culture, even Drake. You know, it's already been done.
Bad Bunny, like he's breaking walls down.
Bad Bunny's doing some crazy shit.
He's doing some crazy shit beyond, but I'm trying to make my own sound with it too. You know?
I was like, even Cap
as it should be, right? You should always be yourself. I was just curious.
You can't copy. What's the point? What you gonna copy, man?
I do have a recommendation for you though. That like, so he's a Colombian guy, and he's been on our podcast before. His name's CA the Don. He didn't get to make it. He was going to be on the Doja Palooza roster, but he didn't get to make it. But he's really in touch with like his Latin roots in general, just as a whole. And like he knows some good producers in general that have really helped him produce some like really fire like hits. And he does like the bilingual stuff, but maybe getting in touch with him just in general could get you in touch with a producer that really knows that style too. That can get you some like fire shit. Like and you're like, I want it in English. Let's run it. Like I don't know. It'd be dope.
Yeah, put me on for sure. I'll be down for that. No doubt. Hell yeah. I'm always down to work. I'm not going to turn down no opportunity to meet somebody. You know
Networking is key, bro. Networking absolutely key.
Yeah.
I mean, so that said, because you've traveled so much at this point, like, so when you went back to Virginia, were you still kind of wanting to kind of create music and everything too? And if so, did you connect or link up with any of like the Virginia kind of how would you say it? What would you call it? Like the DC, Baltimore, like that area.
The DMV?
The DMV, yeah. I was like, did you kind of link up with any of those like local guys that were out there, get an opportunity to kind of like chop it up?
Yeah, so I kind of felt blessed. So when I moved back to Virginia, so I never had equipment like to make music in Houston. I would always make it at John Guy's house. So when I moved back to Virginia, obviously I had no equipment, but I felt blessed because my cousin, turns out he makes music. And you know what I'm saying? You know, I haven't talked to him since, since I was a little kid.
Mhm.
So when I came back and he was like, yeah, I make music, you know, I was like, oh shit, so do I, you know, we just clicked off and then we started making music. And then I met I got in touch with my old friends that I had before Houston.
Mhm.
Some of them started making music and yeah, we all just linked up and then
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope.
Absolutely.
Because that brings something unique to in general too, like because you're getting that kind of. I feel like when you leave somewhere for a long time, you kind of like you always have it right in the back of you, like a little taste of like where you're from. But at the same time, some of that fades, and you get that little bit of that extra influence there. You know, from Houston, from that now from Virginia, you'll probably get some in Florida too. Florida's got like just a crazy fucking scene for music.
Crazy.
Like
it's insane.
It's not even. Yeah. I really don't think it's done yet either. To be honest with you, like SoundCloud Wave, like really some of my favorite personal like just artists in general actually came out of Florida. Like XXX was one of my favorite artists. She's probably still one of my favorite artists of all time. Just in general, just because I thought he was bringing something really cool. Like
I think he's one of my favorite as well, if not my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, he brought like a little bit of everything. You wanted punk.
Yeah, he was
punk,
very versatile. Very versatile.
Yeah,
that's hard, you know.
Absolutely, especially because there's an expectation a lot of times too, especially because he wasn't an independent artist. Like he started off as an independent artist, and then he eventually got quietly signed and still ran as an independent artist, kind of in the background. And then, of course, you find out once he passes away, it's not the case. You know, he signed with this label and stuff like that too. But like having to convince a label in general, you know, like I'm gonna do this thrash punk thing like, real quick. You know, I know it's not gonna be like Look at Me or anything else, but it's gonna be just really heavy, almost rock. Like, you cool with that? And they're probably like, absolutely not. Don't do that. You know,
exactly.
And then he just drops it anyway, you know, on Question Mark. Like he has like, you know, quite a few different pieces that are just like honestly like right around that level where it's rock, but it's touching like metal, playing around with punk. Like it's a little bit of like
it's a little punk. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. That dude was breaking barriers too, bro.
Yeah,
that dude was insane, bro. Fucking insane.
So you would say though that you've definitely pulled like influence from places you've been though, kind of since then. Even
100%. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. I mean, I rap about me. I'm gonna I'm gonna run out of things. So if I stick to the basics, you know what I'm saying? If I stick to Virginia only, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna
I rap about me.
Yeah, I rap about me, so I'm gonna rap about everything, you know what I'm saying?
I fuck with that. I think that's so cool.
Do you think moving around has helped you like kind of develop your own style since you've been, you know, in Virginia, then you came to Houston, then now you're in Florida, which is a whole nother game, like a whole nother sound, really. All three places have their own unique sound, and like are you picking a little bit of everything and just
it's actually insane because even hell yeah, first of all with the way I dress, with the fucking way I talk, everything, bro, it's mixed together. Because I remember like I'll go back home, or even when I came out here, they'd be like, yo, like, where are you from, bro? Because the way you talk, the way you sound, it's like it's so weird. Because I'll be using a little bit of Houston slang with the DMV slang, match that together, you know what I'm saying? So shit's just like, yo, where the fuck? Like, I can't pinpoint, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know who used to do that? Like a legendary rapper that used to do that was E40. E40 was known for pulling slang from all over the places and like turning it into his own thing.
Oh, E40, yeah, I fuck with E40.
E40 is a king of like coming up with crazy ass slang.
Just embracing where you're from.
He was the same way. He was from the Bay Area. He lived in Houston for a little while. He lived in New York, and he just pulled a little bit of everything. And then everyone was using.
Now I think about it, you're right. I never thought about it, but yeah, you really can't pinpoint his sound because he kind of has like an accent that just doesn't like, really come from anywhere. Yeah. He's got the deep draw of like a Houston thing, but he does have like that New York kind of like that really like intense aggressiveness in hip hop too. And then on top of that, you kind of have that Bay slang.
If you think about it, like a lot of the slang came from him. Like the word slime.
That's true.
He was the first one to start using slime, and like words like that, like scissor and all that. Like it came from him. Like so that's pretty dope. Like because. I don't know. I find it interesting how you can pull like certain things from where you're from and then create it into something.
And then create something new. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you see influence like that later down the line too. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I mean, people didn't even know, like, you know, like for instance, bling bling, like just bling in general comes from Hot Boys, which comes from Lil Wayne. Like back in the day, like that is like you would think that was a slang that's been around forever, but really it's only been around since the early 2000s.
Right.
So it's like, what the fuck, like.
Because it's been so heavily used in the culture, bro. It's just like you hear it every day. It's like, damn, this shit's been here forever, but really not really.
Nah, it's new. It's all new.
So I got a question, just in general. It's stupid and it's random, but it's a question nonetheless. So out of all the slang that you've learned, just in general, from Florida, from Virginia, from DC, from Baltimore, from Texas, what's your favorite, just most out-of-pocket word that you're like, I love to use this when I get an opportunity every single time I get to, but at the same time, I'm not going to say it around other friends or from different places.
Oh, well, not other friends. Well, I don't know about the last part, but it's the word hoe, bro. Like, I never heard like that shit hoe. Like used. Right. Like y'all use it. Y'all use it as a hoe. Like y'all use it as a fucking person, place, and thing. Like a fucking noun.
Hoe,
you know what I'm saying?
Pass me that
bro,
hoe.
I'm like, when I first touched down, they were like, yo, pass me that hoe. I'm like, what?
Yep, 100%.
I'm like, what short, like, pass you what, girl? Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro, I was like, yo, that shit is so fire, bro. Like,
I never thought about that.
I use that everywhere, bro.
Well, it's like Coke, right? Like in Texas, they call any soda a Coke.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Let me get that Coke real quick.
Yeah. I was like, what kind of Coke are we talking about?
Yeah, like it tripped me out, right? Because I came from California. I came from Ballsy. So we had our own slang over there. When friends would be like, "Oh, give me that Coke over there," I'm like, "What fucking Coke? I always see a Sprite and fucking Fanta or something."
No, the Coke, man. Come on. But I remember going back to Virginia and I'll be like, "Hey, like, pass me the hoe," or look at that, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Hoe, like." Who are you talking to?
Right.
I guess I never thought about
like,
that.
Yeah, I was like, my fault.
Because that's a funny. Because that's definitely a Texas thing in general. Because that's a big thing in Dallas too. Like I have a lot of friends from Oak Cliff, just in general, like out of that area, and like they say it more in a different term. Like they say like head ass, hoe ass, like. You know, like it's not really pass me that hoe. They're just like, oh, hoe ass, like dumb ass, like shit like that. Like that's how they say it. I had a friend who used to do it all the time, and she's just
but the way y'all use it, I like a hoe. The way y'all use it, is I've never seen it been used before. I'm like, yo, this joint is fire. I'm about to do this.
I guess I never thought about it, but yeah, 100%.
Everywhere I go, bro, that shit stuck with me, bro. That shit's so fire.
That's funny.
You hear so much weird shit when you travel. It's really weird.
I'm curious what kind of slang you're gonna pick up from Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, me too, bro. Me too. I guess you'll hear in the future of my songs.
Right?
I'm curious.
Or like in a year from now, when we have you back on your next thing.
Yeah, for real. Like, yo, you sound totally different. Yo, I'm like, hey, man, what can I say, bro?
Yeah. As long as you don't come in with those fucking dreads like the Island Boys,
Kodak Black dreads.
No, sir. I'm
an Island boy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. You know, some of them joints, they kind of hard, bro. They kind of hard. Me, I can't. Yeah. I ain't pulling that shit off. Hell no. Yep. Not me, no sir.
I couldn't. That's too much of that's an interesting hairstyle in general, man. I got I don't know. Nah, fuck that shit. No, they were wild enough for that. They shaved their head. Like I don't know if you've seen them recently. Like they came and fell off the map like hella fast. Like because honestly, like if we really break it down, this song was it.
That was it. Yeah,
that was it. There was nothing else they were bringing to the table.
I mean, it was just a chorus. It wasn't even a fucking song.
I don't know, man. Like.
I mean, in all reality, it was just.
It really wasn't. It really was just a chorus.
Fire, though. Like the chorus is fire. That's a fire ass hook. I was waiting for someone to remix it with like some real fire behind it.
No, they had it officially produced and then just trash. It was trash. It wasn't good. Did you ever find a music video? Everything's garbage.
Performance they had that they got booed out the club.
I think I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
But that's another example to me too. Even like. It's when you make music your job, because what they ended up doing is instead of really putting a focus on the music, they focused on the antics, because that's what their like label when they got signed like super fast. They probably picked whatever label they could get their hands on, and then immediately were like, we'll book shows, we'll book stuff like that, and then like at the end of the day, like now they're irrelevant. Like just in reality. Like unfortunately, like and they didn't even have a wave. I mean, to be honest, they didn't even have a wave like any of the SoundCloud rappers, like and stuff like that too.
Because they didn't have a song. They just had
didn't have anything. Well, because you had like people like Smoke Perp, like Lil Pump, like that were actually like putting out music. Like they had antics too, right? Like it's all about marketing, because marketing isn't everything. But at the same time, like they were bringing in huge numbers. Like if you looked at the Rolling Loud like ticket sales and stuff like that to go see like Smoke Perp or Lil Pump or like anything like that, Ski Mask on a different level, just in general. Completely, but like that whole group, like in general, was just on a completely different level than like what I'm talking about. But
you forgot the King of New York though. 6ix9ine was like literally.
I'm gonna get to him.
The king of the antics.
I'm gonna get to him because he's interesting in general. But like you go from having somebody in like 3 years, right? Like having one of the biggest shows in Rolling Loud, like Smoke Perp as an example, to nobody shows up to the shows. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and to the time of music is just changing in general. And, like as shit changes, do you feel like your taste changes too? Like as time has kind of passed, like, do you feel like things that you've liked in the past, you're like, I don't even know why I like that shit. I don't even know why I fuck with it. Like,
I mean, you grow up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. Did you like the same? I mean, were you the same person 5-10 years ago?
Nope.
There you go, bro. I mean, of course. Yeah, shit's going to change. I mean, change is inevitable. That's why people, when they subscribe to something or a phone company, they always stay to them because, they don't like change. But they try to get something that they know that won't change. You feel me? But change is inevitable. Yeah, of course, that implies in my music. I actually encourage it, you know what I'm saying? Because that means I'm developing, finding more things to do, expanding.
Hell yeah.
That's my goal too, to expand.
Not
just be in one box of music, I don't even like to label my music, hip hop or rap because you don't hear that shit. You look up hip hop, that shit's not hip hop.
Yeah. And eventually it starts to, and it's happening now, like these days, like the line between like what hip hop is in general, any kind of music, right? It's all starting to kind of like, they're starting to kind of mesh together a little bit. Like, and you get a lot of these subgenres that come out of this really thing. I mean, because you have like,
and it's just so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It's so cool.
And it's regional. It's super dope because it's regional and it's like unique a lot of the time too. Like you have like Chicago drill that stems off of like UK drill, which is like completely different in its own right. And then you go like to like the West Coast, and then you have like, this different vibe where there's a little bit more trap, but that's really focused out of Atlanta. That's where the good shit's happening with a lot of trap music, stuff like that. Like, and then you kind of like move toward like Florida, and Florida's got more like the grimy shit, but it's fun. Like it's this whole different vibe that's happening. Like, and then you got like, it's just this whole different wave that's just changing. And then you get all these little subgenres, these little pieces of like hip hop in general. And like people that call themselves like just a straight hip hop artist, like, it's like, what do you mean? Like what do you
I don't think a straight hip hop artist really exists anymore. Like everyone's doing different things. Dabble into all sorts of different things. I mean, the last guy we had on here, Corey Does It.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to his albums, they progress and they're all different. Like one of them sounds kind of like a punk album. One of them sounds more
exactly. I mean, to me, like music has no boundaries, right? To me, music, there is no right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Music is music, however you like it. That's why music could be just fucking me slapping this desk. That could be music. There's no right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? So why put a label on it,
Absolutely.
So you can make whatever the fuck you want, bro. That's still music. Whether he likes it or not, it's still music. You feel me? So,
absolutely. Because somebody likes it. Like at the end of the day.
Somebody's gonna like it, So,
like,
all about numbers.
You remember Hobo Johnson?
Who?
You remember Hobo Johnson? Like he came out, like, so he had this thing called Peach Scones, and it almost was like a spoken word hip hop. Like, so it was a little bit like, I'll have to show you after, but like he came in like really quickly, but like most people when they heard it, hated it. They were just like, I don't get it. It almost was like, they think like Romeo and Juliet, but like mix it with like hip hop beats, instrumental stuff like that, and it would fit on. But there were a lot of people in like a specific genre who loved it. Like my wife loved Hobo Johnson.
Well, the thing is, you said people hated it. I mean, that's because it's change. You know what I'm saying?
It was super
Everyone's
different.
always gonna hate change. You know what I'm saying? When Young Thug first came out, nigga, everybody hated that shit. They're like, oh no, that shit's trash. He's trash. But then he kept coming and he came a stoner. I'm a stoner. You know what I'm saying? Shit, all of that. And then they're like, okay, you know what? Maybe
then he threw a dress on and really threw everyone for a loop.
Well, now you have Elton John and stuff like that praising him for like his artistic ability. You have people like that are legitimate legends, like being like, hey, like people thought the same thing about Lil Wayne even way back in the day too. They were like, oh, these garbage. But there was a point where they were like, you know, I remember seeing like Lil Wayne in general, like as his come up, just in general. Like I remember listening to Hot Boys, like, you know, Fireman, all that kind of stuff too, just in general. Like just growing up with it in general. And then you hear Fat Joe, because he doesn't do much for a little bit, kind of just he was always doing it, just it wasn't hitting radio. And then you had like Fat Joe, like, you know, the Make It Rain. And then from there it just took off. And then you have like songs like A Milli, which on first listen, when you're first hearing like A Milli, you're like, okay, like this is just kind of like whatever. But then you realize like every single lyric.
Not with me. When I heard that joint, I was cranking.
Yeah, it was wild.
A million here, a million there, Sicilian bitch. Oh, come on, bro.
It's fucking insane. It's so good.
A milli. Yeah, like it gets you hyped for no fucking reason. You're just like, all right, let's go.
People hear like that 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, just in the back. And that all comes from that daylight comes and we won't go home. Like everything has its you know,
everything gets recycled, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything comes back around. Fashion, everything. You know
like the mullets right now.
Like the freaking the fanny packs, bro. You go back. That shit was, everybody hated that shit. And then
they're so convenient though. When you're at a concert or something, just
dude, I've been seeing a lot of things happen. I've been seeing those. I've been seeing like the more like loose fitting like shirts just in general, like the what do you call them? They're like big, very like 90s style shirts with like
shirts.
People rocking the mullets, and then you got other people rocking like the Dallas shag. I don't know if you know what the Dallas shag is, but it's where they have
I know what that is.
The full Dallas shag just going on. It's wild. I'm like, man, this reminds me of like a mix of just everything. It's like the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. It's just like they did this and just went like, and they made their own thing out of it, and it's the coolest fucking thing ever. I think it's so awesome. I can't pull off a mullet, but I think it's fucking sick. I was like, hell yeah.
For real. Some people can't do it, bro. That shit is fire.
No, I can't do it. Not if I wanted to. It would be curly and beautiful, but my wife would never let me.
Not me.
But no. So okay. So we kind of gone into music a little bit in general, and like for just in general, like what's next for you? Like as you kind of go through this journey with your music in general, like what do you really want to like see in the next, you know, let's say year or so? Like I know you're starting to do concerts, like you've moved to a whole new city, so it's a new vibe. You kind of in a way probably have to start over just a little bit, you know. So like
but I mean, it ain't
what's next?
Shit. Well, really, well, what I really want to do is start like developing a team, someone that I know I can trust, you know, and get behind. So in the next few months, I really want to get that taken care of, as well as get to know my surroundings, because I'm in a hot spot. You know what I'm saying? Lately, I've just been cooped up, just trying to bust out these tracks and shit like that. But I need to start utilizing what's around me. And networking, because that's like you said earlier, it's key. So I mean, once I get that situated, once I know my surroundings, really, I mean, just perfecting my product. You know, you know what I'm saying? Working on myself. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm still trying to sell myself. But yeah, just perfecting my product. And having fun, most importantly.
Hell yeah. I'm fucking with it.
Fun. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fucking with that heavy, dude. Well, Danny, do you want to jump into some of the maybe like the quick fire questions? Right. Like fun shit? Some fun shit just to kind of like.
We're going to enter a segment of the show. It's called This or That. Hey, what's up, D? Real short break so I can tell you about our friends at Ballsy. They are a men's health and wellness company that sell incredible products to keep your balls feeling nice and fresh and clean at all times. And right now they got the B2 Balls and Body Trimmer, which is a trimmer with 2 heads, because everyone knows 2 heads are better than 1. And it allows you to swap heads real quickly between a ball trimmer head that is vertical and a body trimmer head, so you don't mix the ball hair with the body hair. It is waterproof, ball safe, comes with a cordless charging base, and most importantly, it's waterproof and it's ball safe. You won't be nicking your balls and not having a great time. Also, while you're there, you should check out their sack pack and ball guard. That is my favorite product of them all. It includes their OG product, their activated charcoal ball wash that contains several essential oils and plant extracts to leave you feeling and smelling incredible. They also have their ball guard that applies like a smooth cream and dries instantly as a mess-free powder. It helps fight sweat, smell, and chafing. And honestly, guys, right now, it's summertime, and if you're in the South, I know you got some swamp ass, especially if you're outside all the time. Get you some ball guard, keep from chafing, keep your shit smelling clean, and be incredible. Just, do it. Ballsy's got your back. The sack pack also comes with their sack spray, which is something I really like. It's great for like in betweens. Like you go to the gym and you shower and your balls still smelling a little funky, spray some of that sack spray on there because it's refreshing and pH balanced, so it keeps your ball odor to a minimum. And right now, if you go to Ballsy, when you're at checkout, you can apply code TWD15 for 15% off your order. Again, go check out Ballsy, get you some ball wash, and use code TWD15 at checkout for 15% off. Sweet, thank you. Now let's go back to the show. Or it's rapid fire questions. You just answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. All right. It's really simple. Geez. It's not like anything crazy. We're just gonna random.
Yeah, don't set me up. All right.
All right. First question is hot or cold?
Hot or cold? Cold.
Cold. Okay. All right. Next question. Chocolate or vanilla?
Ooh, vanilla.
Vanilla. Okay. Damn, vanilla's been winning this year. It's been the most common answer. All right. Go ahead, Kyle.
Let's go soft shell or steamed.
Ooh, we're gonna have to go. Fuck, I'm gonna have to go steam.
Steam. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got one. If you could perform at one festival, which one would you choose? Austin City Limits or Coachella?
Well, what was the first one? Sorry.
The South by Southwest
South by Southwest, yeah. Or Coachella. Probably Coachella.
Coachella? Okay.
Fuck it. Okay.
Hey, you got to shoot for the stars, right?
Yeah, fuck it, man.
Coachella seems like a good time anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. It's a little mainstream, but fuck it. I need that on my resume.
There you go.
Though, you know how fucking sick that would be? Oh my
right?
God. What? South by Southwest is crazy though. Don't get me wrong.
Hell yeah, it is
crazy though. Don't get me wrong.
It's supposed to be super, super fun. Like so many free fucking concerts. Like that's when you really get to meet like up and comers. We want to get passes next year and try to get like ourselves out there.
We're trying to get media passes to be down there interviewing people. Kind of like what we did at Dojapalooza, but on a bigger scale.
Yeah. Right. It's really good for up and coming, but. Yep. You said which one would I rather? Shit, man.
Coachella.
Hell yeah.
I feel that.
Let's see. Let's do a quick one. Let's do California or Hawaii.
Ooh, okay. Well,
you get everything on each side. Like you'll get all the benefits and amenities. Let's say you had like unlimited money.
Oh, I'm good on money.
Yeah,
you're good on money at this point.
Oh, then I'll do Hawaii.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, I do
both of those motherfuckers are expensive.
Yeah,
Hawaii's a lot more expensive though.
Yeah, it is actually a lot more
but I
expensive.
don't give a fuck though. I'm good on money.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. No, let's say you were
in
set.
paradise at that point.
Yeah. Give me
Okay.
a house right on the volcano. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Well, since he went for islands, would you rather have a crib in Puerto Rico or in Hawaii?
Puerto Rico.
They're both paradise.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Next one. What's the first thing you do in the morning?
First thing I do in the morning, brush my teeth.
Brush your teeth. Okay.
And then like first activity,
like
natural activity, record music.
Oh, nice.
I don't even eat.
No,
I brush my teeth and then go sit right back down right here and record.
Oh, that's good, man. At least you don't got hot ass breath on the mic.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they don't can't do that shit.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I had one more. Okay. Last one. My name is Ayluhkey, and I am. Finish it off.
You want me to finish it off?
Yeah.
All right. And I am a scientist.
Hey, there we go. Well, shit. I think that's the perfect way to end this. This is a part of the show where it's your time. It's you promote what you want to promote. You give us your social medias, all that fun stuff. It's your time.
EPs, albums, concerts,
projects, shows, where we can find you.
All right. Well, you can find me on any social media and any platform, music, whatever. At Ayluhkey, it's AYLUH, and then key as in the door. I want to shout out, I already gave him a big shout out this whole goddamn interview. Jamakai. Also want to shout out my cousin James, who, continued the music with me in Virginia. And shout out to everybody that's actually been working with me, supporting me through this. There's a lot of people, and I can go through a lot of names right now, but thank you all. And thank you guys, most importantly, for having me here.
Fuck yeah. No, thanks for jumping on, man.
We like I said, we vibed at Doge Palooza, and we had to get you back on, man. We had to get you for that full length interview. Get to know you. Because, like I said, at the end of the day of doing these things, I hope we become friends. And I feel like after we do these kind of interviews, we end up being friends. We end up being connected.
Mm-hmm. And, hell yeah. Oh, one more thing, too. I do got a single coming up. I will say I'll give you until in like the next 3 weeks. How about that?
All right.
3 weeks. I'll give you to the next 3 weeks that my next single will come out. It's called I'm Done. I'm Done.
Hell yeah. We'll be looking out for that, and we'll be sure to showcase it too whenever it drops.
Yeah, man. Yeah, whenever you're promoting it, send it to us. That way we can send us a snippet. That way we can keep reposting everything and get it up.
Yeah, we'll work together for sure.
Hell yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Well, we appreciate you for coming on. You're now officially part of the Weekly D family. Whenever you need something, just hit us up. Our doors are always open. If you want to come on and just bullshit with us, you want to do another interview, you want to promote something, just let us know, man. That's the one thing we guarantee you when you come on this show is that you become family to us, and we'll always be looking out for you and trying to get you interconnected with our friends, and we'll also be promoting you within our circle.
That's love. That's love. Thank you guys so much.
For sure, bro.
We appreciate you, man, for coming on.
Appreciate you too.
Yeah. If you want, just we'll end the live stream right now, and if you want to hang around a little bit so we can chit chat after.
Yeah, we can for sure.
All right, cool. Well, thank you everybody for watching tonight. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, Ayluhkey, again for coming on the show. And yeah, thank you everybody. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.